I want to teach you about what the hunger scale is like. And all of this is to help you become more sensitive to your body's signals and your body's cues for when you're hungry and when you're satisfied, when you're stuffed, to help. And all this helps you know when to eat and when to stop eating in order to feel the best and to maintain your goals the best. And when I learned this, it helped me really get out of dieting mode as I started paying attention to actually how my body felt and what it needed. And doing that, listening instead of just following rules or just going by my vision, just helped me be more sensitive, and I just was more satisfied with everything I did. And so it took me a while to learn how to do this. I practiced a lot. And so if it doesn't come like that to you, it's okay. Just keep on practicing. And then soon you're going to be shocked at how well you can observe and listen to what your body's needs are, and how it comes naturally. And you'll see it's a lot easier to maintain your weight when you are paying attention to what your body needs. So here's what the hunger scale is like. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 is stuffed, like Thanksgiving stuff, like you're leaning back because your stomach hurts. You're probably covering your stomach if you're self-conscious about how big your stomach got. You're just kind of in pain. And then 1 is you are just absolutely starving. And so I like to keep myself at a 5. So it's just in the middle of it. It's neutral. It feels so good to be at a 5. I'm at a 5 right now. I just feel clean and spry. My stomach doesn't hurt. I'm not hungry. I could go move and do something. I could go on a run. And so right when I get my first hunger signal, that's at a 4, that's when I go, bing, oh, I should eat something. And I try to eat something right then. Because if you're eating at a 4, it doesn't take very much to satisfy you to get you back at the 5. If you wait till you're at a 1, you're going to eat anything in sight. That's when I'm looking for any chocolate in the house and any processed food. And so keep yourself at a 4, easily satisfied. You're more likely to pick something healthy. You just feel good. And then I like to stop eating at a 6 or a 7. And so a 6 is just like, it's just a clean, satisfied feeling. You don't feel hungry. You feel like you got enough food. And sometimes if you're really paying attention to it, there's sometimes when my body will feel tingly. That's kind of weird. It might not happen to everyone, but it just feels so good. It's like my body's saying, I am perfectly nourished. Thank you. Okay, and so in order to start becoming more sensitive to your body's needs, start asking yourself questions multiple times during the day of where you are at on the hunger scale. And I would do this whenever I got that thought of hunger. I'd ask, well, where am I on that scale? Oh, I'm really hungry, or I'm just barely hungry. And then before you eat, ask yourself where you're at. While you're eating, ask yourself where you're at, especially when you want seconds. And what I learned to do was I would eat my plate, and then if I wanted seconds still, I'd rate myself on a scale 1 to 10, and I'd give myself 10 minutes or 15. You're kind of gonna have to figure out how fast it is for you, but that's about how long it takes for your stomach cues to reach your brain and to say, hey, I'm perfect, I'm satisfied, or I'm kind of full. And oftentimes when I just waited for that, then I would get those cues of perfect satisfaction. And even my husband would practice that. We were eating pizza one night and he's wanting more, and it's just like, just try to wait for 10 minutes, see what happens. He's like, okay. And he did. He's like, oh man, if I would have had another, I would have been over the top and really full and kind of felt gross. But since I didn't, I just felt perfectly fueled. So it's interesting there. Just use it as an observation. And so ask yourself during it, and even wait for some time before you choose to have seconds. And if after 10, 15 minutes you are sensing you're still hungry, go ahead and eat more. It's not this guilty thing. It's not this rule thing. It's just listening to yourself and giving yourself the fuel that your body needs. And then afterwards, ask yourself that, and even 15 minutes, ask yourself that. And so you can ask yourself so many times so you can get really good at it. And now it's just, I don't think very much about it. I just kind of know, if that makes sense, because I've practiced it so many times. And this helps in lots of different areas in eating, and I can go through that in another video. But try that now so that you can really become familiar with your hunger cues and your satiation cues, which most people have lost touch of. So glad that you're watching this. Hopefully that helps. Let me know how you do. And one story real quick is my uncle tried doing this for a month, and he lost 10 pounds just because he stopped eating when he was satisfied instead of when he was full. So see what happens with you. Take care.